Welcome to the CUET class from Professor Academy for the year 2024. So, Common University Entrance Test PG 2024 for the subject Data Science, Artificial Intelligence and Cyber Security. So, in this session, we'll be seeing about the syllabus and we'll be delving into the basic concepts and the important things that are to be noted in the exam point of view. So all of you know CUET stands for Common University Entrance Test. So why do we need CUET examinations? Because these examination acts as a portal for admission into the undergraduate programs for the central or state or deemed or private universities and their affiliated colleges in India. Okay, fine. So we'll move into the session. So this screen shows you the basic information regarding the examination. See, everyone should be aware of it. So the online submission of the application form through website has started earlier from the 26th December 2023, and the last date for you to submit the application is on 24th January 2024. So please hurry up and try to submit your online application form before 24th January 2024, and the portal will be open up till 11:50 p.m. Okay, so the last date for the successful transaction of the fee through credit or debit card or net banking or UPI will be allowed till 25th January 2024. So all the corrections in your application particulars will be allowed on 27th January to 29th January 2024. Fine. So once everything is completed, your city intimation, that is the place where your examination center is going to be located, will be intimated on 4th of March 2024, and then you'll be able to download your admit cards from the NTE website. That is on 7th March 2024. And the date of examinations will be between 11th March to 28th March of 2024. So once your exam gets over, your answer keys will be released on the website on 4th April 2024. So the most important thing is your duration. So you'll be allotted a total of 105 minutes. That is, you'll have 1 hour and 45 minutes of time for you to complete this CUET examination. So the timing of the particular examination will be announced later on the website. So the website links are provided on the screen. You can make note of it. You can go to either of these two websites to get more infos regarding the date, application forms, and etc. Fine. So next, so this examination is completely CBT based, that is computer based test. So it is entirely the computer based test. So you will be allotted systems in your exam centers wherein you will be writing your examination. So the medium of language that is being provided, that is your question paper will have two medium of languages. One is English and other one is Hindi. Already we discussed about the duration of the examination. It's 1 hour and 45 minutes. Okay. So how frequent does this exam occur? Only once in a year. So my dear CUET aspirants, please make sure to prepare well because you are getting this opportunity only once in a year. So all the questions will be MCQs, that is multiple choice questions. You will be having a total of 75 questions. So the total maximum marks that you can obtain is 300 marks. That is, for each question, you will be given 4 positive marks. That is plus 4. So if you get a wrong answer, that is, if you have chosen a wrong option, you will be given negative marking. So the negative marks is -1. So for each question in the 75 questions, you will be given positive 4. For all the correct answers, you will be given 4 positive marks. So the total maximum marks is what? 300. So total number of sections that you have in the question paper is only one. There will be only one section and you'll be having 75 questions, and you have to answer all the 75 questions. And only if your answer is correct, you will be getting plus 4 marks. And if your answer is wrong, you will be getting -1. So, my dear aspirants, make sure that you attend the questions that are clear, that for which you know the answers very clearly. Because if you miss out a question, there is no negative marks at all. That is, if you are not marking an answer for a particular question that you do not know, it will be marked 0. That is, you will not be given any marks for that. So if you mark a wrong answer, you will be getting what? You will be getting a -1. Fine. Now we are moving into the syllabus part of our subject. What is our subject? We'll be delving into data science, artificial intelligence, and cyber security. So this is the question paper code, that is MTQP04, that is allotted for the paper data science, artificial intelligence, cyber security, and etc. So please note, your question paper will have only 75 questions, and all the questions are subject specific. That is, only it is related to the data science, artificial intelligence, and cyber security aspects. And all the questions are compulsory. That is, you have to answer all the questions that is given. So now, moving into the syllabus part, we have 12 different topics. Maybe you can consider it as 12 different chapters. So totally you have 12 different chapters. My suggestion is that you can actually break into 4 different sections, like 3 each. For each section, you will be having 3 chapters. So while preparing, you can divide your entire syllabus into 4 quadrants. So each quadrant will contain how many units? 3 units, or 3 major topics. So we are moving into the first quadrant of our syllabus. So this first quadrant will eventually contain 3 topics. The first one is set theory and algebra. So initially, all the set theory concepts and the Boolean algebraic concepts will be covered in this topic. So what are the basic coverage that is given in this unit? You will be learning about sets. You know what are sets? Sets are collection of distinct elements. You will be gaining some knowledge on sets. And next, what we have? Next, we have relations. So you will be learning about relations. And next, we have what? We have the functions. So you will be learning what are functions and what are the different functions that are available when it comes to set theory. And then we'll be learning about the compositions of functions and relations, and you'll gain knowledge on groups and partial orders also. And finally, the final part of the topic will be Boolean algebra, which deals with logical operations on binary variables like zeros and ones. Also, it includes operations like and, or, not, along with the properties like distributivity. Fine. So next important chapter is theory of computations. So in theory of computations, we'll be learning about the finite automata and its regular expressions, also determinism and NFA. So what is NFA? Non-deterministic finite automata. So we'll be learning about all these different types of automatons that comes under the theory of computations. Then, as usual, you'll learn about the properties of regular sets. Then comes the NLP part, wherein the CFG comes into role. What is that? Context-free grammar. Under context-free grammar, you'll be learning about Chomsky normal form, CNF. That is, it's a very specific form of CFG, where every production rule has the form A to BC. Okay, we'll be learning about all these in very detail. Next, we have the Greibach normal form. Then that is we call it as GNF. Then we have the push-down automata, Moore and Mealy machines, and Turing machines. So when concerned about this topic, we'll have a definite question from finite automata, also from Turing machines. Okay, so while preparing, you have to concentrate on these both. You have to give some additional importance to these two topics that fall under Unit 2, that is Topic 2, Theory of Computations. So moving on to the next, we have digital logic. So what are we going to learn under digital logic? We'll be seeing about number representations and computer arithmetic. You'll be dealing only with the fixed and floating point. Okay. Next, we'll be learning about the logical functions. It will be dealing with the operations on binary variables using logical gates. So what are the logical gates? And or not. Okay. Then we'll be learning about the minimalizations that comes under the logical function. Then we'll move on to what? Design and synthesis of combinational and sequential circuits. So in this chapter, you will be dealing with a lot of circuits and its components along with the logical functions and operations that are associated with it. Okay. Finally, we'll be learning about A bar D and D bar A converters. What is A bar D? Analog to digital converters. And what is D bar A? Digital to analog converters. So you will be learning some basic insight concept on all these topics under digital logic. So what is the main ultimate aim for us to learn digital logic? Because it is very crucial and very important for designing and implementing what? Digital systems. Fine. So this is the first quadrant. So under first quadrant, what are the three major chapters that we are going to cover? The first chapter will be set theory and algebra. Next, we'll be having theory of computations that deals with different kinds of automatons and context-free grammar. Then the last chapter will be digital logic that will completely deal with the circuits as well as the converters along with the logic operations. Fine. So next we are moving on to the second quadrant. Again, the second quadrant will consist of how many topics? It will have 3 topics. So what is the fourth unit speaking about? Computer organization and architecture. Okay. So under computer organization and architecture, you will be learning about machine instructions. So what are machine instructions? These are the basic operations that a computer central processing unit can execute. So you will be learning all these basic operations. Also, you will be learning about the addressing modes. What are addressing modes? These specify how operands are designated in instructions, determining how data is accessed. Fine. So next you will be moving on to the ALU. What is ALU? Arithmetical logical unit. A very, very important topic under computer organization and architecture. So make a note of it. ALU, at least 1 or 2 questions will pop up from ALU. Then you will be learning about its data path also. Next, you have CPU control design. This CPU control design only, what does it do? It coordinates and manages the execution of instructions. So it's very important to learn about CPU control design. Then we'll be learning about the memory interface, IO interface. What is IO? Input and output interfaces. Then you will be learning about the instruction pipelining, cache and main memory. What is cache memory? It is actually this fast and small sized memory unit that stores frequently accessed data to reduce access time. So you will be gaining more knowledge on cache and main memory. Then you will be analyzing about secondary storage also. So what does this unit entirely speak about? It speaks about the aspects for designing efficient and effective computer systems. So how will you design a computer system? So all these plays a very major role. So moving on to the next important chapter, we have microprocessors and interfacing. Under microprocessors and interfacing, we have instruction sets. What are instruction sets? It's a set of operations a microprocessor can perform. So we'll be seeing a lot of operations, a lot of instruction sets that a microprocessor will perform. Then you will be learning about the addressing nodes, memory interfacing. We already saw this memory interfacing under computer organization and architecture that is related to the computer system. Here, this memory interfacing is entirely related to the microprocessors. Okay. Then we will be learning about the interfacing peripheral devices. Then Then what we'll be learning? We'll be learning about the interrupts also. What are interrupts? Interrupts are the signals that can temporarily halt the normal execution of a program to handle special events. Fine. Then you will be learning the microprocessor architecture. This is very, very important. When it comes to microprocessor, you have to gain a very strong understanding on the microprocessor architecture. Again, you will be learning about the instruction set and programming that is specific to 8085. There is a particular kind of microprocessor called microprocessor 8085. It is actually a 8-bit microprocessor. Okay, this 8-bit microprocessor is being widely used in early computer systems. Okay, it has very simple instruction sets, including data transfer, arithmetic, logical, and control instructions. So in particular, you will be learning about this 8085 microprocessor. Then you will be learning about the microprocessor applications. Then we have DMA. What is DMA? Direct memory access. Along with that, you will be learning about the interrupts and the timer. Fine. So this fifth chapter, the fifth topic, will be focusing only on what? It will be focusing only on the microprocessors. So why do we need to learn this particular topic or the chapter? Because in order to design and program microprocessor based systems, you have to gain a very strong understanding on this particular chapter. So next comes a very important chapter, chapter 6, programming and data structure. It's a very, very, very important chapter because questions from here pop up so many times frequently. Okay, you will be having repeated questions from this unit. This unit is very important when it comes to the exam point of view, and it's the most simplest unit when compared to all the other units because it deals with the very basic programming concepts and the data structure concepts. See, first we'll be covering about the programming in C concepts. So what are all the concepts that comes under the programming language of C will be covered in this, and then we'll be learning about the functions, recursion, parameter passing, and the definition of the data structure. Then only we'll be moving into the different kinds of data structure that are used in C programming. For example, we'll be learning about arrays, we'll be learning about stacks, queues, linked list, trees, priority queues, heaps, and binary search tree. So all of these play a very important role when it comes to the programming in C concept. Array is a data structure, stack is a data structure. All these listed here are individual data structure. All these individual data structure will have their own advantages, own disadvantages, and their own characteristics. So you'll be learning on what the particular data structure is and when to use the particular data structure. Okay, you will be seeing its advantages and disadvantages also. So the sixth unit entirely deals with the concepts of programming and data structures. So this unit helps you for writing efficient and well-structured program. Fine. We are moving on to the third quadrant. What is the third quadrant? Here also we'll be having 3 topics, 3 chapters. The first, that is the 7th topic, will be algorithms. So algorithm plays a very vital role and it's a very important topic again. Similar to the data structure unit, algorithm is also very important. At least you'll be asked 1 or 2 questions from the particular unit name algorithm. So under algorithm unit, you will be learning about the different algorithm concepts. Then what you will do, you will analyze and design the algorithm that is required. Then we'll be moving on to the asymptotic notations. I hope you know what are the different types of asymptotic notations. We'll be learning about big O, omega, and theta notations along with their properties and their worst case and average case. Fine. Then we'll be moving into the algorithms. We have greedy approach. These are the different approaches that are used for designing an algorithm. Fine. So the first approach is greedy approach. Then we have dynamic programming. Then we have divide and conquer. Then we have tree and graph traversals, under which we have spanning trees. Then we have the shortest path, wherein we have the hashing and sorting, searching concepts. So all these concepts play a very vital role. All these concepts have their own advantages, have their own characteristics, with which you can create a very efficient and a clear algorithm. Fine. So next, moving on to the next chapter, that is next topic, we have operating systems. A very interesting topic, that is OS, operating system. So you will be learning in detail about the different OS and the various operations that are involved with the operating system. See, you will be learning about the main functions of the operating system. Then you will be learning about the different kinds of processes. What are the different kinds of processes that fall under operating systems? Then you will be learning about threads. Next comes the inter-process communication. That is, between the processes, they exchange messages, they share memory. So about that particular processes we'll be learning. Then we'll be learning about the concurrency. What is concurrency? Simultaneous execution of multiple processes. So we'll be seeing how multiple processes are executed simultaneously and how it's working. Then we'll be learning about the synchronization and the deadlock concepts. Here, when it comes to OS, deadlocks and CPU scheduling plays a very important role. You will be getting questions from these two topics for sure. So when you are preparing for your exam, make sure that you ace the particular topics like deadlock and CPU scheduling. Then we have the IO scheduling, resource scheduling. So added to the deadlock, you will be learning about the deadlock and its scheduling algorithms. Additionally, you will be learning Banker's algorithm, which is used to solve deadlocks. Then you have the memory management and virtual memory management, under which you will be learning about the file systems, IO systems, and here comes the different types of OS. Like you will be learning about DOS, and then you will be learning about Unix, then Windows. So what is DOS? DOS is nothing but the disk operating system. Okay, this disk operating system was only used historically in early personal computers. Then came the Unix, where multi-user multitasking operating system. It's known for its stability and security. So Windows, every day-to-day life nowadays, we make use of this particular OS, Windows. So it belongs to what family? It belongs to the Microsoft family. So we'll be having a detailed understanding about the different operating system and the operations that comes under the OS. Under which topic? Under topic 8. Next, we are moving on to the 9th topic, that is computer networks. So this computer networks covers concept that is essential for designing, implementing, and maintaining computer networks. First, initially, you will be learning about the OSI model. So what is OSI model? Open System Interconnection Model. Next, you will be learning about the TCP bar IP, that is Transmission Control Protocol bar Internet Protocol Model. LAN, Local Area Technologies. So under local area technologies, you will be learning only about the Ethernet and token ring. Next comes the transmission media. You will be learning about lot of transmission medias like twisted pair cables, coaxial cables, fiber optic cables. Then you will be learning about the flow and error control techniques also. Along with that, the most important thing is the routing algorithms. The routing algorithm plays a very important role in unit number 9. Then you will be learning about the congestion control, IPv4, application layer protocols. Under application layer protocols, you will be learning in specific, you will be learning about ICMP. What is ICMP? Internet Control Message Protocol. Then you will be learning about the DNS, Domain Name System. Then you will be learning about the SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Then you will be learning about POP, Post Office Protocol. Okay. Then you will be having the FTP and HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol and File Transfer Protocol. You will be having a basic understanding on the sliding window protocols, interworking, that is switch, hub, bridge, routers, gateways, how all these inter-networking portals are working. So you will be getting a basic understanding on that. Then you will be learning about the concatenated virtual circuits. Additionally, concerned about the cyber security part, you will be learning about the firewalls, network security. Then comes the cryptography. It's a very interesting concept, and wherein you'll be learning about the different keys like public key, secret key. Then you will be learning about the DNS, that is domain name system. Then comes the electronic mail and World Wide Web, WWW. So this particular unit, that is chapter 9, entirely deals with the networks and its applications. So what are the different models that are associated within a computer network, and what are the different protocols that are associated with computer networks? And then you'll be learning about the security aspect of it. Fine. So moving on to the last quadrant. This is the most simplest quadrant when compared to all the other quadrants. The last quadrant consists of 3 simple basic topics such as artificial intelligence, cryptography and network security. Then we have data science. So under artificial intelligence, you will be learning only the basic concepts of AI. So what is artificial intelligence and why it is used? All those stuffs will be covered under this. Then you will be learning about the agents, something called as the intelligent agents. Then you will be learning about solving problems by searching. So what are the different search methodologies? Uniform search, informed search. Okay. Then you will be learning about the logical agents. Then comes the first order logic and the knowledge representation. So this artificial intelligence chapter is very, very simple, and you'll be getting questions from this chapter also. You can actually easily ace this particular topic because it covers only the basic aspect of the chapter. Okay, next, moving on to the next topic, that is the 11th topic, cryptography and network security. See, already we have learned some basic network concepts in chapter 9 under computer networks. So this unit, the beginning of this unit will be like a brush up of unit 9 only. Okay. So you'll be learning about the computer and network security concepts. Then comes the encryption techniques, wherein you will be learning about symmetric cipher model, Caesar cipher model, Playfair cipher model, and Hill cipher model. So these are different encryption techniques when it is concerned about the network security. So it's a very simple unit, and one of these techniques will be asked in your question paper for sure. See, you have only 4 different types of encryption techniques, right? One is symmetric, then you have the Caesar, then you have the Playfair, then you have the Hill. If you are thorough with these 4, you will be able to answer the questions that pop up from the particular encryption technique. So last but not least, we have the most simplest and the interesting topic, that is data science. So here you will be covering the basic concepts. So you will be understanding what is data science, the definition of data science. Then we will be moving on to the types of data. So what are the different types of data that we are going to study about? We'll be studying about the structured and the unstructured data. So once we gain knowledge about the data, we'll be learning about this representation, how the data is being represented. Then you will be learning about the machine learning algorithms. So very, very, very important topic when it comes to the machine learning algorithms. So you have to be sure about all the machine learning algorithms. All the machine learning algorithms are very easy, and each machine learning algorithm has its own advantage, has its own characteristics. Fine. So you have supervised, unsupervised, reinforcement, clustering, classification, and regression problem. All these fall under the machine learning techniques, the machine learning algorithms technique. Then we have something called as the data processing, normalization, smoothing, and visualization. So you have to follow all these steps in order to process your data in a very clear-cut manner. In order to infer some kind of information from your unprocessed data, you have to learn all these techniques. So only then you will be able to ace the topic. What is the topic? Data science. Fine. So we had a quick understanding about the syllabus of data science, artificial intelligence, and cyber security paper of CUET. It consists of 12 chapters or 12 topics: set theory and algebra, theory of computations, digital logic, computer organization and architecture, microprocessors and interfacing, programming and data structures, algorithms, operating system, computer networks, artificial intelligence, cryptography and network security, and data science. So for the studying purpose, we are planning to divide all these 12 topics into 4 quadrants, out of which each quadrant will have 3 questions. So while preparing, if you divide into these quadrants and if you prepare, it will be easy for you to brush up. It will be easy for you to revise all the topics efficiently. Okay, fine. So make sure that you prepare well and attend the exam well, and make sure to submit the online application form before 24th of January 2024. Okay, all the best. Thank you.